Welcome everybody to the All-Star Offline Racing Series Truck Racing at ISM. Today we are here at race number 13 out of 14. This could be a wild race. The trucks have never been at ISM. The first Cup race we had, that was a pretty wild race earlier this season. A lot of carnage and chaos, and a lot of rookies in this truck series. So it's going to be interesting to see how that happens. Let's check the points coming into race number 13. Jacob Britt is the points leader. He has been pretty dominant this season. Bruzzero 84 points behind him. 86 points behind Jacob. So Jacob, he has a little bit of a buffer between second, and then it's over 100 points from third on back. After today, we will definitely know who is going to be in contention for the championship next week at Miami. And, with the stage points happening today, Jacob Britt, he needs to start on the pole or near the front, lead the most laps, and get the stage win. If he can do that, it is going to be a very narrow points battle at Homestead. The trucks now making their first lap. Let's check it out. And you see Logan York, 12th, 13th, Eric Jacks. He's one of the points contenders. But all the way in the back is... Actually, no, Jacob Britt, he's about halfway through the field. 20th position on this first time by. Look at that, Brendan Hancock. Oh, Bruzzero now with the pole. Bruzzero, the second place driver in points. He is going to get the pole here at ISM. We're looking back further. Eric Jacks, third in points. He starts 10th. Jacob Britt, 20th. So he did not improve on his time. He is going to be in the Hornet's Nest at the beginning of this thing. Yeah, there's Eric Jackson, 10th. So this is already going to shape out to possibly be a pretty wild race. Gary Harman, 17th. Gary is 4th in points. Brendan Hancock, 5th in points. He starts 3rd. So it could be a pretty wild event. Callie Hancock, second in... Callie Hancock, 6th in points, my bad. She is back in 28th. I was thinking of the Cup Series. Callie Hancock is a possible contender. She is about 130 points back, 129 points back from the lead. She needs to get some stage points if she wants to get to the front in the points battle. Big battle between second all the way down to about 7th place. And with Bruzzero getting the pole, he's going to hopefully lead the first lap. At least that's what he's hoping. If he can lead the first lap, get some bonus points right off the bat here, possibly get a stage win or finish in the top 10. So here we go. So, Bruzzero out front, Hunter Blade second, third, Brendan Hancock beside him, Yel Carrillo, the number 20. Then we've got the 83 of Alejandro Rodriguez, the 54 Colton Harman, the 10 of CJ Williams, and the 25 Laura Lee Wiebe. 63 of Sheila Harman, points contender right there, 75 Eric Jacks, third place in points. And we've got Jeremiah Dwayne and Ron Jackson, that's Dylan Eberheimen and Gavin Jones. Dylan Eberheimen missed Eldora, lost a lot of points. So, see if he can rebound. I believe that is the 2 of Tyrell Resner, the 13 Tavis Aiken. There's Gary Harman and Tim Zimmer. We've got Bean Wiebe and the points leader, Jacob Britt, starting on the outside line. We've got Damian Singletary, Ryan Benjamin. There's the 15, my bad, of Stephen Pollard the 3rd. We got the 33 of Logan York. Behind them is the 49. That is Alex Johnson. The 4 is Zach Cronin beside him. Then we've got Callie Hancock there, one of the points contenders. We've got Axel Zero, Caleb Johnson, winning at Eldora last week and was involved in a crash. Took him out of contention. There's John Book on the outside, that red truck. And then I'm not sure who that is. I think that is 51, Lindsey Hancock, Ron Jackson, and Leland Fife. So they round out the whole field. So Brew Zero on the inside line, getting the pole. He has Brendan Hancock behind him. Brendan hoping he can get past that 98 of Hunter Blade. Possibly take second place away. He needs to have a good finish today. And out of turn number 4, Brew Zero going to lead the field to the green flag. We're underway here at ISM. Race 13 out of 14. And already Brendan Hancock underneath Brew Zero. 3 wide for the lead. And behind them, 3 and 4 wide further back. Oh, Dylan Eberheim into the 25, hard into the wall. Big crash on lap number 1. And the points leader's involved, Jacob Britt. So caution flag out early. Eric Jacks is involved. Logan York, I don't know, Callie Hancock might have been involved as well. Everybody racing back to the line. They're still 3 wide, 4 wide again. But we're under caution. First lap, first turn, we already have a huge crash. This is about what the Cup race was like earlier this season when they came here. It was just chaotic and crazy. So everybody now regains their position with the field. I don't think anybody has a lot of damage. The 46 was the first truck around. He is still going straight. Eric Jacks was going to pit. He stayed out. Doesn't look like the 88 has any damage. Logan York might not have a lot of damage either. I think most of these trucks will be okay. Caleb Johnson, 2 wrecks in a row, 2 weeks in a row. Let's go ahead and watch the start. Watch the 46, Dylan Eberheimen. He was 3 wide, and then he is just going to go up and make contact. That was actually the 8 of Ron Jackson. Ron was involved in that. Ron got hit. Logan York spins out. Not a whole lot of damage for the points leader. I think he'll be all right. I think he might have just nicked one of the drivers once everybody started spinning and wrecking. I see a crash behind this pack as well. That was back where Lindsey Hancock was, Axel Zero. And, I mean, they were 4 wide on the first lap. Yeah, some pretty hard hits there. Ron Jackson got tossed around a little bit ahead of them. Let's go ahead and watch the 88 of Callie Hancock. We're going to ride on board with this 88 truck. She actually didn't get really any damage. That was pretty close. Go ahead and run on board now with the points leader, Jacob Britt. Just see how bad his damage was. Ooh, it was kind of bad. He hit the 46, Dylan Eberheimen, pretty hard in the back. But they weren't up to speed yet, so I think everyone might be alright. And Brendan Hancock, he led the first lap. He was able to take the lead away from Brew Zero. Brew's falling back to 4th. CJ Williams 2nd. 3rd is Jeremiah Dwayne. So, already a crazy start to this race. So we're going to be going back to green next time by the pace. Truck lights are off. Brendan Hancock has the lead. So here we go. Getting ready to enter turn 3 and 4. Brendan Hancock has the lead. He is one of the points contenders, 5th place, trying to get as close as he can to Jacob Britt. Jacob involved in that first crash. Green flag is back out. And right now with Brendan leading, he is going to be able to get a lot of points. Now remember, lap number 40 is the stage finish. And look at this. Battle for second. Jeremiah Dwayne underneath of CJ Williams. Here comes Bruce Zero behind him. Much calmer start than the actual start of this race. Look at this, 3 wide. Oh, some contact with Bruce Zero. Hunter Blade in the back of the 7. They keep it gathered up, though, and they continue. And they're going to get past Jeremiah Dwayne. Bruce back to second. Here comes Hunter Blade in third. And Brendan Hancock, he is pulling away. He is liking what he's seeing behind him. These trucks, some of them are running some really interesting lines. All the way at the bottom, some of them in the middle, and all the way up at the top. You see, that's Gavin Jones, the 52. He just came off a pit road. He is a lap down. We look at the points leader, Jacob Britt, still in the back of this field. Dylan Eberheim and Eric Jacks. There's Callie Hancock. A lot of the points contenders not having a good start to this race. Gary Harman trying to make some moves, trying to get to the front. Still battling for second. Closer to the front of this field. Gary is making a ton of ground. Passing trucks left and right. Gonna try to make it 3 wide in the turn. CJ Williams passed Hunter Blade and Bruce Zero. He is up to second. Bruce Zero on the inside now. This is possibly a battle for the lead. Battle for second. Brendan Hancock is way out in front. Battle for second as Bruce Zero is going to take it from CJ Williams. He's on the inside. Here comes Gio Carrillo as well. Three wide for second. Yale is going to take the position easily. Here comes Sheila Harman to 63. Oh, there's some contact. The 7 of Bruce Zero's around. And there's going to be a huge crash on the front stretch. Cars piling in. Actually, they're still crashing. Oh, Jacob Britt. I think Callie Hancock. Who else? The 46 was involved. The 4, the 52. He got slowed up before that happened. Oh, man, a huge crash on the front stretch. And these trucks are still going. I don't think anybody is out of the race yet. You see the leaders coming down pit road. Brendan Hancock leading everybody down. Some major implications for the points leader. Everyone's still running, though, so that is a good sign. No one's out of the race. I believe the 52 of Gavin Jones is the only truck 1 lap down. So we'll see who gets off of pit road first, and we'll go and show you the replay of what happened. We saw Bruce Zero was the first truck around. And, I mean, he was up at the front of the field. That caused a lot of chaos. Second caution, lap 13. Yeah, this is a 94-lap race. This could be a pretty long event. So here we go. Let's see. Whoop. We are a little too far ahead. Here we go. So Bruce Zero, he just took second away. Yel Carrillo had just passed him, and it was a Hunter Blade got into CJ Williams, and that turned Bruce around. And watch this happen. Gary Harman got involved, and that's when the track closed up. Everybody was able to get slowed down for the most part. Jacob Britt had a pretty hard hit, actually. He was further back, that number 21 truck. Oh, boy. Well, let's watch some more angles of this crash. More of the points contenders involved yet again. Callie almost had a huge hit. Dylan Eberheimen ran into the back of her. She did not get a lot of front-end damage, though. I don't think. Let's ride on board of some of the trucks involved, starting with Callie Hancock. Yet again, involved in another crash. Yeah, she wasn't really hit that hard at all, actually. Same with the first crash. She didn't get that much damage. How about riding on board? This is the 46, Dylan Eberheimen. Riding on board with him. Oh, he almost was involved. Oh, he got hit pretty hard in the back. Axle 0 spun out and slammed into the back of that truck. Dylan missed a few hard hits there. What about, this is the 21 of Jacob Britt, the points leader. Let's listen in on this wreck. Ooh, into the back of Lindsay Hancock. Lindsay has a good bit of damage on the front of her truck. Oh, man. Now we're right on board, I believe, with the 97 of Gary Harman. Just watch this. So we're not going to ride on board, but once he hit Bruise, he went up the track, hit Alejandro Rodriguez, and that blocked everything. Everybody was just trying to figure out where to go. A lot of the drivers from the first crash involved in that one. So next time by, we're going to get the restart. One thing that we are not doing today, which we probably should have, we're not running the hard walls on this race. For those of you that are newer to this league, the hard walls are, well, exactly what they sound like, hard walls. Real quick, we're going back to green. Brendan Hancock will lead the field to the green. Gavin Jones on the inside and Ryan Benjamin behind him trying to get their laps back. We'll come back to the hard walls in just a second once this racing settles down. Up at the front, whoa there, 3 wide, almost 4 wide up near the wall. Everybody gathers it back together, though. We're all right. We're going to stay under green. Gavin Jones in front of the race leader. Brendan Hancock might lose it to Yel Carrillo. So far, so good for these drivers. Here comes Hunter Blade on the inside. Again, 3 wide. They're on the apron entering turns 1 and 2. Gavin Jones way up the track. He is going to lose a lap now. Here comes the 25, Laura Lee Wiebe. She has made her way to the front. Haven't talked about her too much this season. She is ready for next season in the Cup Series, ready to try to win some races. She was a rookie this season. We'll give you more information on next season here in a little bit. The racing is heating up, though, up near the front. Hunter Blade and Stephen Pollard III. Or, I'm sorry, that's the 18 Damian Singletary. Pulling away. Ryan Benjamin is the 3rd truck in line, just in front of Jeremiah Dwayne. He's trying to hold on to his lap, but he needs to get in front of the 98 to be back on the lead lap. He was almost there. Stephen Pollard III into Yel Carrillo. And they scatter into turns. Oh, there's a crash. The 22, Jeremiah Dwayne's around. The 20. Oh, I think Callie Hancock was involved in that. Another huge crash on the front stretch. The 33. What happened to the 21? He was slowed down before the crash even happened. Zach Roden just piles into Caleb, and Jacob Britt, the 21, he has a ton of damage on his truck. So the points leader involved in another crash. We're on our 3rd caution already today. I have no idea what happened there. It looked like there might have been 2 separate incidents with Jacob Britt, and who was that? That's Cody Rhodes. Looks like he has a lot of damage on his truck. Bruce 0, Lindsey Hancock. Bruce has a lot of damage. 22, the 97, Gary Harman. He's coming down pit road. He was really, I think, the only points contender not having a bad run other than Brendan Hancock. Jacob Britt, a lot of damage. Does not look like he's going to retire from the race. If he does, that is going to open up a lot of opportunities. Let's check back now on the replay. This is the first incident, I guess, that happened. 4 wide entering turns 1 and 2. Jacob Britt up the track, and Zach Cronin actually looks like he clipped him. Oh, whoa! Jacob Britt upside down. That was a hard, vicious crash. Oh my gosh. Watch this again. It's like he got stuck in the wall. I mean, that thing turned over every which way. That was Zach Cronin. Zach Cronin basically stopped once they hit the wall. My gosh. Now let's look up front here. Look like, ooh, Brendan Hancock turned Jeremiah. And then they wrecked even further up. My gosh, they just started piling into each other left and right. Cody Rhodes involved. Gary Harman. Brendan Hancock was involved in that. I didn't think he was, but he did get collected. So now all of the points contenders, top 8 or 9 drivers now, have been involved in crashes at least once today. And let's see here. See, Brennan turned around. Ooh, Bruce 0, heavy damage on his truck. Go right on board with the 7 now of Bruce 0. Oh. Maybe not. There we go. So that crash happened back there. Oh my gosh. Yo Carrillo came out of nowhere. I think Bruce 0's race is probably done. That was a hard hit. And Yo Carrillo just out of nowhere after he hit the wall, and Bruce 0 slammed into him. Let's watch again. You see Jeremiah Dwayne gets turned by Brendan. Sent Yo Carrillo down. Brendan Hancock spun out, and just like the last crash, it blocked the entire track. So, getting ready to go back to green. Next time by, we should be going to green. Actually watch since we have a little bit more time. Another onboard shot of that crash. I believe this is the 88 of Callie Hancock. She did get some damage there. She stayed out though. So 3 trucks now a lap down. Ryan Benjamin, Gavin Jones, and then the 14 of Cody Rhodes. So pace truck back in pit road. We're about to go back under green. Completing lap 23 and getting ready to start lap 24. Hunter Blade going to take the green flag. We're backing away. Ryan Benjamin below Hunter Blade, trying to get his lap back again. Gavin Jones behind him. Just as before, they're side by side. 2 and 3 wide. Ryan Benjamin in front of the 98. He has his lap back so far. Hunter Blade going to try to fight back on the outside. Keep as many trucks as you can. 1 lap down. It'll only make your race easier at the end of this thing. Tavis Aiken into the side of Tim Zimmer. And they're 4 wide again. Now 3 wide. Here comes Stephen Pollard on the inside. He is going to wisely back off. CJ Williams. Oh, caution flag is out. CJ Williams is the race leader. Ryan Benjamin gets his lap back. Looks like Brew Zero was involved, and the 87 of Cody Rhodes involved as well. So everyone's staying out. The stage is only about 14 more laps. Oh, what is going on down there? Laura Lee Weeby and Gavin Jones. Oh, Laura Lee spins Gavin out. Oh, and now Gavin comes to a stop. He hits the tire barriers. We can't get a good view on it right yet. What happened to the 52? Oh my god, Gavin Jones is through the tire barriers. Oh, there he goes. He's now in pit road. So he's going to go another lap or two down. What in the world? Well, let's ride on board here, or show you the 87 truck. He was damaged and off the pace a lap down. I'm not sure where the wreck started. Thought maybe Eric Jacks turned him around, but I don't think he did. Oh, the 46, Dylan Everheim, got a huge run off of the turn. Just hits the 87, spins him out. I mean, so what we were saying earlier is we don't have the hard walls today, which we probably should have. The hard walls basically give you maximum damage if you hit the walls. Like we're seeing today, the cars or the trucks are not getting maximum damage. They're hitting the walls and not getting a lot of damage. So the hard wall is a little bit more realistic, and we are going to run those tomorrow just to ensure we don't have this many trucks crashing every time, or cars tomorrow it's going to be. Already so many cautions. We are on, I believe, our 4th caution flag already. We're not even at the halfway break, the stage, yet. This race just continues slowly. Well, if you are not a part of Season 3 yet, Season 2 is about to be over. Next week at Homestead is the final race, and we're going to start the signups for Season 3. Now, I've allowed everybody that is on our website or our Discord to sign up already. We're doing custom paint schemes for Season 3, and we're also doing teams. So you can sign up as a single team, or you can sign up with other drivers on their team. So we have some paint schemes that we're working on. Some of them are already done, but there's about 23 people signed up already. It's going to be a lot of fun. There is no limit to the amount of entries for Season 3. There is a pretty cool format that we will explain later on in the sign-up video. But if you look down below, in the description, there is a link for Discord. You can go ahead and join that. And I will set it to I'll set the invite code to never expire. Well, if you're seeing this a few weeks from now or whenever, you'll be able to sign up and join the Discord. But we're allowing everyone to sign up for Season 3 that is in the Discord, kind of like a special VIP bonus. So it kind of helps everyone out. We're able to all communicate now a lot better, get a hold of each other, and things are running smoothly on that end. But if you sign up for Season 3, go ahead and join the Discord, and for the following season, you'll be able to pick your car before anybody else. So just something to think about, but I just wanted to mention that. The Discord link is in the description. In the meantime, we're going to go back to green flag. CJ Williams has the lead. 4 trucks on the inside, a lap down. Gary Harman, one of the points contenders. He's been involved in a few crashes today, and he is a lap down on the inside. So here we go. Starting lap number 30, green flag in the air. Gary Harman is right with the 10 of CJ Williams. Here comes the 4 of Zach Cronin now. He's going to make it 3 wide. They're 4 wide behind these drivers. Ooh. A little bit of contact. Oh, there's some contact. Gary Harman goes around on the front stretch again. And this is in front of everybody. A huge crash is going to happen. Everybody piling up. The 75 Eric Jacks. The 23, the 21. The 23 is now upside down. The 45, the 97. So many trucks. Brendan Hancock upside down on his lid. And yet again, more drivers pile in for another massive crash right after the restart. I cannot believe this. 5th caution of the day, 31 laps in. We will be right back. We're going to show you the replays here soon, but we will be right back. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. We are back here. Don't worry, we did not go anywhere. Our audio is not messed up. Green flag is back in the air. The 10 of CJ Williams restarting this race. Zach Cronin, Gavin Jones now going down low. Cody Rhodes way off the pace again. Here comes a 54 of Colton Harman. Oh, and another crash. The 20 of Yale Carrillo's around. I think Callie Hancock got turned into the wall. So, yet again, we're under caution as soon as we started this restart. I can't believe it. cannot believe we have had so many cautions. So the stage was set to end at lap number 40, and it does not look like it's going to be lap 40 now. What we're going to do is go ahead and run till lap 45 once we get the restart. Try to get a green flag finish for the end of the stage. So I'll show you the 20 of Yale Carrillo. Not sure who turned him around. It was kind of a few positions further back. Ooh, Gary Harman up the track hit Tavis Aiken. I think Tavis might have brushed the wall a little bit. And actually, Yale Carrillo looked like almost turned Tavis Aiken, and then Yale himself was spun out. I believe that was Hunter Blade. Look at this, 4 wide up front. Behind them, Yale Carrillo hits the 13. 13 comes down low, and it was Callie Hancock and Hunter Blade that turned him around. And then, yeah, Callie got turned into the outside wall. If we would be using the hard walls today, both of those drivers' races would probably be done. So, we're back under caution yet again. We have yet to have a long green flag run. 5 laps so far has been the longest green flag run that we've had. These trucks are just demolishing each other. And nobody's out of the race yet either. Even Cody Rhodes, who had a very hard hit earlier, he's in this race. Brendan Hancock and Jacob Britt, both upside down at one point in the race. They're still in this race. It's been a very, very interesting day so far. We're only 38 laps in. We've had a ton of cautions. We're on our 6th caution so far. We're going to be back under caution here shortly, too, once we get the restart. The end of the stage is going to happen on lap 45. Top 10 drivers will get stage points for the championship. And so far, none of the points contenders are in the top 10. So a lot of drivers are going to be able to get some kind of like free points up here. Try to get closer to the points leaders who are all having horrible races. It's been a very wild race so far. We're hoping at some point in this race we can get a somewhat long green flag run. Like I said, we've only had 5 laps for the longest green flag run. All 34 trucks still in this race. So next time by, the restart. Yet again. We have 5 trucks now on the inside that are a lap down. A lap or more down at this point. Colton Harman, the 54, is going to lead the field to the green. He was able to take the lead away. First time I think he's ever been in the lead this season. Nearing the halfway point of this race. It's been a very crazy first half. We're hoping the second half is going to be a little bit more calm than it's been so far. Colton Harman on the outside. Gavin Jones, the inside, still trying to get his lap back. He's only 1 lap down. And green flag is in the air. Gavin got a great start. I'm not sure if he's going to get a black flag. He did pass the 54 before the line, but I don't know if Colton maybe just had a bad start. If he did, then they're not going to deem that as a black flag. 3 wide behind the 52. Here comes Tavis Aiken for the lead. Truck in the middle is a lap down. Oh, a couple trucks on pit road. Caleb Johnson, I believe that was Jeremiah Dwayne, having to come down and serve some penalties, I guess. Meanwhile, Colton Harman's still out front. Gavin Jones in front of him, trying to get his lap back. They're almost 3-4 wide in the turn again. Alejandro Rodriguez making his way to the front. Colton trying to put Gavin a lap down. Tavis Aiken is in second. Here comes Alejandro Rodriguez now for second. Alejandro going to try to get the stage win before this thing is over. Stage winner gets 50 points. So you definitely want to win that stage. You can get a lot of points. Ron Jackson and Alex Johnson, sorry about that. In the meantime, up at the front of the field, Colton Harman underneath Gavin Jones. He is going to put Gavin a lap down. But they are pulling away from the pack. Hunter Blade now up to second. Here comes Stephen Pollard the third. He's going to take third away, possibly, maybe even second, if he can get underneath of Hunter Blade, get a good run off the turn. Colton Harman out from that. Here comes Gavin Jones now underneath Colton. This is not what Colton wanted. He wanted to win the stage, but now here comes Hunter Blade. Stephen Pollard and Tavis Aiken as well. They have caught right back up to the 54. Colton Harman still on the outside. Hunter Blade going to go down low. And here comes Stephen Pollard, a huge run into the turn. Hunter Blade going to take the lead away from Colton Harman. Gavin Jones trying to hold on to his lap. All he has to do is hold on this one more lap. This time by, it's going to be the white flag for the stage. Hunter Blade has the lead. Colton Harman falls back to second. Once these drivers get past the start-finish line, we will throw the caution flag out. Here we go. So the caution flag now is out. Hunter Blade still trying to get past Gavin Jones. Tavis Aiken made a run on Hunter Blade. The race leader could not get past him. Gavin Jones now going to go a lap down. Here he comes, powering back on the outside. And Gavin is going to hold on to his lap. So Gavin Jones now back on the lead lap. Hunter Blade is going to win the stage. He will get 50 points in the championship. I believe that was Tavis Aiken that finished second. We have this standings right here. So you see the top 10 drivers here all get stage points. None of the points contenders are in the top 10. I think that's probably the first time this season it's been like that. Normally we have some of the points contenders up near the front. So we're under caution, lap 46 out of 94. This is just because the stage is over. Seventh caution of the race. We're only just about halfway through. Next time by, it's going to be the halfway point of this race. 7 cautions in. Well, we have 7 more in the second half. I have no idea. Gavin Jones was able to get his lap back. A lot of drivers a lap down. So we still have not been able to get more than 5 laps in. That was another 5-lap run. Unfortunately, the stage was right there, so we had to throw the caution out. The finish of stage, well, it's the only stage. So we'll be going back to green here in a few more laps. I think all these drivers can make it on fuel and tires the rest of the way. It might be a little close for some of the drivers, depending on when they came down pit road, but I think everyone will be alright for the most part. See on the top of the board, Callie Hancock's name comes up first from all the points contenders. She finished 14th in the stage. Fell short of a few stage points at the end there. She did restart 8th before that restart. Damage from an earlier crash is kind of slowing her down a little bit. And then the rest of the points contenders are pretty much 20th or further back than 20th. Dylan Eberheimen is 20th right now. See Jacob Britt here in that picture. He's got a lot of damage on his truck. Brendan Hancock, Gary Harman, both a lap down. They're points contenders. Eric Jack's 23rd. He is a points contender. 3rd in points right now. Bruzero in 25th. He's 2nd in points. Behind him is the points leader, Jacob Britt. So, if this race ends the way that they're running, this could really change the points battle going into Homestead. We might have a lot of trucks that are in contention for the championship win. First time that the trucks are racing, so we're going to see a first-time Truck Series winner. But last season in the Cup Series, we had 5 drivers who had a shot of winning the championship. Homestead was a very eventful, wild race. And, of course, that targeted just about every points contender in that race. And the green flag back out here at ISM. Hunter Blade going to lead the field to the green. So depending on how this race goes, we could have a record high amount of drivers in the championship contention going into Homestead. Oh, Gary Harman and Zach Cronin make contact. Oh, that's Colton Harman up into the wall. And then, the 10 of CJ Williams into the wall. He spins out. And another crash. Oh, the 23, the 18, I think, is around. And they're still crashing. That's Gavin Jones on pit road. So he came down pit road, I guess, to avoid the crash. So we're back under caution as soon as we go back to green. I'm not sure how much more these trucks can take. The ones that have been in crashes most of the day. So I believe this is our 8th caution. 8th caution of the race. First caution in the second half of this race. I don't think Gary Harman and Colton Harman are too happy with each other right now. Gary pushed Colton all the way up the track. Colton hit the wall. Watch this on the restart. Gary's a lap down. He's in the middle. I don't know if maybe, I don't know who was at fault there. The 4 of Zach Cronin came up, though, and that's what started the initial contact. Put the 54 into the wall. Oh, and CJ Williams hard into the wall. That's where he spun out. He hit the wall very hard. Almost looked like he had a tire go down or something of that nature. He just got out of the groove, I guess. Hit the wall. 20 of Yo Carrillo involved. Logan York. It wasn't that bad of a crash. I thought it was going to be way worse. See Brendan, he spun out. And I tell you, this has been a wild event. And the Cup Series is tomorrow, so who knows how that race is going to go. Tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, same as tonight's event. The way we're going here in this race, the truck race here at ISM could be the race with the most cautions this season. We're at, number 8 right now? And we still have 43 laps to go. Now 42 laps. Laps are ticking down as we are under caution again. So we'll be back with the restart, and then we'll see what happens. So the pace lights off on the pace truck. We'll be going back to green next time by. Be lap 55 out of 94. 40 laps to go on the restart. We're hoping we can get through some green flag laps, get past 5 green flag laps in a row. I believe at this point we have had more caution laps than we've had green flag laps. It has been a very wild race. We had mentioned earlier the hard walls are not turned on for this track, and they probably should have been. I actually thought they were. That's why I didn't do anything to this track. We ran here earlier this season, and yeah, I thought the hard walls were enabled. I guess they weren't. I was wrong, but they will be enabled tomorrow. So when we have crashes, it's going to be possibly pretty chaotic. It's going to be a junkyard of cars, I think. There we go again. Restart. Hunter Blade gets a great start over Caleb Johnson and Alejandro on the outside line. Hunter might be able to clear the lap trucks on the inside line. Maybe not. Oh, Hunter Blade, 98th the leader. He has an issue. Hunter Blade slowed down in traffic, and now he's coming down pit road. I think he has a tire down. Well, the 4 is a lap down. The 16, the 97 are a lap down. The 83 of Alejandro Rodriguez is the race leader. Oh, and caution flag is out. I'm not sure. Oh, Jacob Britt on the front stretch. He is slowed. CJ Williams. Points leader having more difficulties today. Hunter Blade got a huge break. I don't think he's going to go a lap down. He might be able to get out of pit road before the pace truck and the field come back around. Hunter Blade was leading the race on the restart. Had a tire down. He came down pit road. I'm pretty sure the 98 is on the lead lap still, so he really lucked out. He could have lost a lap or two. Yeah, there he goes. Catching up with the tail end of the pack. Jacob Britt on pit road. Not sure what happened. Let's go back and look. This is on the restart. These drivers here did not get a good start. They're behind already as soon as they crossed the start-finish line. I'm not sure what happened. They were 4 wide. Gavin Jones was below him. Jacob Britt just up top. I don't know. Oh, Jacob Britt hit the wall, and CJ Williams just ran right into him. It looked like what happened earlier, actually, to the 10 of CJ Williams. He hit the wall. He was out of the groove. Came down, and he just got plowed by everyone behind him. That's what happened to Jacob Britt. Jacob Britt is still in this race, though. So we're back under caution. This is the 9th caution. So when we get back to green, I think we're going to have about 35 laps left. We will be right back with the restart as we are still under caution. So the pace lights are off on the pace truck. Next time by, we'll be going back to green flag. We'll have 35 laps to go. We're hoping we can get some green flag laps, and we've only had 5 consecutive green flag laps so far today. It has not been a good race for most of these drivers. So Alejandro Rodriguez out front, trying to get his first win this season. Same with Stephen Pollard III. He's behind him in a number 15 truck. Tavis Aiken won at Daytona. Actually, no, Stephen Pollard is not in second. He is back in third. Tavis Aiken is second. Tavis won the Daytona season opener in the Truck Series. And we are back to green. Alejandro gets a great start. Jeremiah Dwayne below him. Jeremiah, I don't think, is going to be able to clear the 83 or even get beside him. Tavis Aiken, Stephen Pollard III now, they're going to try to split the 22 through the middle. While they're running 3 wide here, the race leader, Alejandro, pulling away. A couple trucks coming down pit road. Gary Harman is on pit road. Whoa, whoops. And I think that's the 52 again of Gavin Jones. I'm not sure why he keeps coming down on the restarts. Field pretty spread out. The leaders are racing obviously very aggressive up here. 3 wide here behind the race leader. Stephen Pollard III on the inside line. Tavis on the outside. Tavis trying to hold on to second. They almost make contact in the turn. I wouldn't cross your fingers yet, but I think we're going to have a few laps at least in the green. Unless these leaders are going to start racing a little more aggressive and bump into each other. Look at Ron Jackson. He was just recently signed to Bean Weeby's racing team. Bean Weeby, Laura Lee Weeby, and Ron Jackson are all 3 going to be on the same team next season. Laura Lee looking very, very confident for next season. She is ready to get that season underway. Has a pretty good sponsor for her NASCAR Cup car. She is having one of her best runs so far this season, up in the top 10. She has yet to get a top 5. She is, I think, one of the only truck drivers that has not had a top 5 finish yet. Look at Ron Jackson moving the 49 out of the way. And he's going to get past Bean Weeby as well. Bean having a pretty good truck race today. He has not been able to really put any results up in this series. He did get 1 win in the Cup Series, but Bean has had one of the roughest seasons out of anybody this season in number 2. So when the trucks come across the start-finish line this time by, we will be 6 laps green flag. And that will break the most consecutive laps we've run today under green. So lap number 66 now of 94. I think most of these trucks now are pretty spread out. Unless we have a mechanical failure, the caution flag would come out for that. But hopefully we can finish this thing under green. We've had a couple races this season where we finished under caution, and it's just never a good feeling when you have to do that. So 33 laps to go now here at ISM. Some of the cars or trucks are going to be a lap down here pretty soon if we stay green. Up at the front, Stephen Pollard has caught Alejandro. Ron Jackson the 3rd, Colton Harman back in 4th, and 5th now is Tavis Aiken. Stephen Pollard looking for an opening on Alejandro. He is going to lose a little bit of ground, trying to get past the 83 truck. Most of the trucks now single file behind the race leaders. I would brace yourselves for a pretty long green flag run. Not sure how the tire fall off is. I think everyone's probably going to be all right as far as their tires falling off. I mean, they came down pit road about 40 laps or so ago, but we haven't been under green that many laps, so I don't think the tires are really falling off that much yet. I think later in this run we'll probably see the tires fall off a good bit. But the first two drivers, they are pulling away from Ron Jackson. Ron is about a second and a half behind now. Look at Alejandro on the inside. He is blocking the inside line, but Stephen Pollard going up top. He is going to run right above that yellow line. Alejandro staying below it. At this track, there is no out of bounds. You can run pretty much anywhere you want, but you just have to be careful. Points leader Jacob Britt not having a good run. He is behind this 51 of Lindsey Hancock. Gary Harman as well, Bruce Zero. They are just unfortunately not having good runs. I think just about every points contender out of contention today. Logan York was involved in a few crashes earlier. He's off the pace. But we've had a little over 10 laps on this run. Everyone's spread out. We're kind of seeing who is going to be a contender for the win. Unless we get a caution. That could change everything, as we all know. Laps are winding down here at ISM. Damian Singletary going through the middle. Oh, we're getting a little choppy here on our broadcast. Sorry about that. It will fix itself. There we go. I think it is finally done doing whatever it was doing. So right in front of Ryan is the 88 and the 98, Callie Hancock and Hunter Blade. They're trying to rebound, have a good finish. Callie has been all over the place today. In front of them being Weeby, and then there's John Book, the 17. Brendan Hancock going another lap down. Gary Harman has been on pit road for a few laps. He is 5 laps down now. Not sure what happened there, but the points leader, Jacob Britt, 1 lap down now. So if we get a caution, he is going to start on the inside line. He is definitely off the pace. He's had a few very hard hits. Top 6 or 7 drivers, I think it is, in the points battle have been involved in crashes today, and they have been outside of the top 25. It's just been a very wild race. We're nearing the end of the race, though. We have had, 16 laps now under green? Definitely by far the longest run today, and that's something that I did not think was going to happen. I thought we were going to have a pretty calm race, everyone trying to save their stuff for the end of this. But it has been everything but calm. See Ron Jackson battling with Stephen Pollard. Alejandro did fall back to third a little bit ago. Ron Jackson now battling for the lead. He just signed with Bean Weeby and his team, and now here comes Ron Jackson for the lead. Trying to get his first win in the Truck Series. How great would that be for that team going into season number 3? They would have a ton of momentum, not only going into season 3, but going into Homestead next week for the end of season 2. But while they were battling, the 83 of Alejandro Rodriguez has made it back up to these drivers. He is going to try to get past Stephen Pollard for second. So 16 laps to go. Ron Jackson just has to hold on for 16 more laps. He will get his first win. Stephen Pollard, the third, now under fire from Alejandro Rodriguez. If Alejandro goes down low and tries to pass the 15, that's going to allow the 8 to get further ahead. possibly save some of his stuff until the very end of this race. Jacob right back in 29th position. The points leader not having a good run. Luckily, he came in with a pretty nice points lead buffer over that driver right there, the 7 of Brew Zero. Brews, though, has had a bad race as well, so the 21 might have the points lead still after today, but it's going to be a very, very tight points battle going into next week at Homestead. Ron Jackson has caught the 7 of Brew Zero. He will pass him, put him a lap down now. Top 5 trucks, single file. They are all right with each other. And back in 6th place, Cody Higginbotham. He's about 2 seconds behind the race leaders. Top 5 have pulled away from the rest of the field. Hunter Blade up to 8th place. He has rebounded nicely after having that tire go down on the restart. He ended up winning the stage. Now he's running in 8th place. Not a bad run for him so far. Stephen Pollard trying to find out which line he needs to go to pass the 8 of Ron Jackson. Ron trying to hold him off. Not too much longer left in this race. This time by 11 laps to go. Ron would love to get a win. 3 wide behind him for 3rd. Tavis Aiken trying to get past Alejandro and Colton. He's going to get past Colton. I don't know if he'll be able to get past Alejandro. Alejandro gets a good run off the turn. Right now, it could be any of these 5 drivers' races. But if one of them makes contact and spins the other driver out, that could cause another huge crash like we've seen a lot today. And that could really change the ending of this race. Battle for 3rd as Tavis trying to go past Alejandro. Colton Harman behind him. Ron Jackson trying to pull away from the 15. He got a nice run down the back stretch, or the front stretch, that is now. Stephen Pollard trying to keep the 8 in bay. Gonna try to get past him in the final 10 laps. Laps are ticking down. Ron Jackson does not have long to go. Ron's hoping that we have a caution in a few laps that would end this race under the caution flag. And Ron would end up winning his first truck race. Ron now playing a defensive line as well as Stephen Pollard and the rest of the top 5 drivers. They are all on the inside in the turns and on the straights. See, they're kind of running down the middle line here on the front or the back stretch. Top 4 drivers nose to tail. Ron Jackson and Stephen Pollard still playing defensive. Here comes Stephen Pollard for the race lead over Ron Jackson. Stephen Pollard is going to take the lead away. Ron going to try to fight back on the outside line. Tavis Aiken and Colton Harman behind him. Oh, Ron Jackson almost spun the 15 out. He hit the 15. And that is going to lose him 2nd position. Colton Harman now up to 2nd. Stephen Pollard has been waiting to get the lead away from Ron Jackson. He took the lead away. A lot of single file racing and a lot of trucks spread out everywhere. Don't miss tomorrow's Cup race. It's going to be a pretty wild race as well, I can only imagine. And look at this, Colton Harman on the outside of Brendan Hancock. He cannot clear the 23. There he does now, but Alejandra right on the back bumper, that 54. I'm sorry, that's the 8 of Ron Jackson. Stephen Pollard out front. Colton second. Ron is third. Back in 5th place is Alejandro Rodriguez. Colton up top now. Here comes Ron Jackson on the inside. Ron going to try to take 2nd place back. He only has a few more laps if he wants to get to the 15 and get past him. He needs to execute the next couple laps perfectly. Stephen Pollard going to play defensive all he possibly can to hold that 8 of Ron Jackson behind him. 3 laps to go here at ISM. Stephen Pollard down low, Ron up top. This is going to allow the 8 to get a good run off of turn 2. He's going to be a little bit faster than Stephen Pollard. Now some pressure behind from Colton Harman. Ron didn't get the best exit off that turn. Here comes Colton now for 2nd. That's not what Ron needed. Ron could have probably gotten a good run off the turn, went down low and passed the 15 for the lead. Now the 25. I'm sorry, the 54. Colton Harman in 2nd. The 8 falling back. Tavis Aiken now up to 3rd. 2 to go. This time it's going to be the white flag. Truck on pit road. Might be out of fuel. This race could also come down to a fuel mileage race on the final lap. But here comes Stephen Pollard for the white flag. He only has 1 more lap to go. He goes down low below the lap trucks. Colton Harman as well going to follow suit. He is going to try to get his first win. Tavis Aiken now battling Colton Harman for 2nd. Tavis has to let off the gas. Stephen Pollard has a nice lead. Colton going to drive it hard into turns 3 and 4. But out of turn number 4, it is going to be the 15 of Stephen Pollard, 3rd for the win at ISM. And what a finish. The top 4, top 5 drivers all within each other. That is awesome. So Stephen Pollard, 3rd, getting the win here at ISM. You see the results, and you're going to see a lot of the points contenders at the bottom of this list. Hunter Blade rallied back to 6th. Pretty impressive run there for him. Callie Hancock managed to get up to 13th in the points. Highest up running points contender is the Axel 0, Eric Jacks. Axel 19th, but everyone else in the points contention outside of the top 20. Told you Eric Jacks was 21st. 34th, Gary Harman. 31st, Jacob Britt. Dylan Eberheim and Bruce Zero, they're 28th and 29th in this race. So all the points contenders outside of the top 20. And none of the points contenders in the top 10 had any stage points this race. Definitely a pretty wild race. 9 cautions. We did finally get a good run on the final restart on lap number 60. 35-lap run. Longest green flag segment we've had. After race number 13 of 14, let's go ahead and look at the points and how they're going to enter Homestead coming into the final race of season number 2. We will be right back. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. We'll show you the points. So here are the points after race number 13. Jacob Britt still has the points lead. Callie Hancock moved up 4 positions into 2nd. Bruce Zero back to 3rd. Eric Jacks 4th. They are within 100 points of each other. Callie Hancock 75 points back behind the points leader. Bruce Zero 77 points back. Bruce was able to gain a few points over Jacob Britt, but he lost points to Callie Hancock and many others. Eric Jacks 84 points back. Gary Harman, Brendan Hancock, Axel Zero, Tavis Aiken, Dylan Eberheim, and Yel Carrillo. I think the top 10 will definitely have a shot at winning the championship. We'll have to see next week at Homestead. We have to figure out how many points you can get. With the stage wins in the Truck Series, it's a little bit different. You have an opportunity to get 235 points. That is the maximum amount. Now we have 34 trucks in the championship season, so actually let's go ahead and look at something real quick here. So you can get 235 points, I believe. Let me just double check. So with the points, if you lead the most laps, you get 185 points. You win the stage, you get 50. That's 235. Last place in the truck series, we have 34 trucks. Get 61 points. So if the points leader, Jacob Britt, would finish in last, and if you were to lead the most laps and get the stage win, that would be a 174-point gap, meaning the top 12 drivers have a legitimate shot at getting the championship win. 11th and 12th place, Hunter Blade and Alejandro Rodriguez. And just short of the 174-point gap would be Gary Harman would be Colton Harman and Tim Zimmer. They are about 20 points past that gap. So 12 drivers have a shot at winning the championship. It is going to be wild. One of these 12 drivers is probably going to win. They have a really good shot at winning. It's just about half the field. So we've run 13 races to see 12 drivers compete next week at Homestead. Join us then. It is going to be a wild, a very fun race. We'll see you then. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, actually, for the Cup race at ISM as well. Have a good night.